Hello everyone, this is Kosher Bacon. Welcome back to Minecraft 1.13. So, we have to do caving this episode. Caving is required for our resources. It's how we're going to get death by skeleton. So, most of the time caving episodes are pretty boring. Maybe I'll speed this up and talk in the background, like remove my current audio track and just talk in the background. I don't know. We will see. For now, let's just cave, and maybe I'll turn this into a mini Let's Talk where I just ramble on about anything, everything. We have wood, we have food. Let's go do this. Let's move this over here. I keep hitting I for inventory. Silly Fortnite. So yeah, compare this to last episode where I was getting murdered by those skeletons where it was 2 hearts for 1 arrow. And I just took like 3 hits and it's not even half of that. And I've got more food. So yeah, iron armor is already very powerful. Maybe that should be a challenge of this world. I don't use diamond armor, just diamond tools. We'll see. Or maybe I don't use chest piece once I get an elytra. Well, elytra's in the end. That's kind of endgame. Maybe I don't know. I need a good cave. Come on, game. No. Well, that's sad. I guess I'll cut here and go looking for another cave. Because that really makes me sad. Like, seriously. That's probably one of the biggest annoyances I have with modern versions of Minecraft. Never, ever can I find, like, a good cave when I want to. It's always when I just want to cover up that little hole that's spawning zombies. Nope. Massive cave system. Looking for resources? Nope. Tiny little piddly hole in the ground. Alright, so here's another one. Let's go. Okay, it branches. That's good. I saw a creeper back there that I want to deal with, so let's just make sure we don't have any unwelcome surprises. Yeah, can't. Hi there. This is fine. Everything's okay. I'm currently processing the last episode, so this may never even see the light of day, this footage, if the lag in 1.13 translates badly into the video. The lag isn't too bad for what it's worth. Maybe I'm just jerking the camera around, but I don't know. Like, if the video doesn't look good, I may hold off on 1.13 Let's Play for a bit. But I figured I'd get the first couple episodes ready to go in case I wanted to. Another thing is, like, you can see the tab at the top of my window. I don't know how to record this game in proper full screen. Using OBS, it's a known issue with OBS, I think. Again, hitting I gotta retrain myself to use the proper button. I don't know why I don't just have Fortnite use E for, probably because that's a different button. Yeah, I've been playing a lot of Fortnite recently. It's a ton of fun, honestly. Taking advantage of the 50v50 game mode that may or may not still be there in a couple weeks, or at the end of... I'm not sure how they do it. There seems to be seasons, and I started playing just at the beginning of Season 5, so there's new skins and stuff for Season 5. I'm not buying a battle pass or anything, so it doesn't really matter to me. If I get stuff for playing, I get stuff for playing. You know, mobs, you are very loud right now, actually. Just trying to jump backwards. Not sure why the game wouldn't let me. Did they tweak mob generation, I wonder? Probably not. I haven't looked through the full changelog, and I really haven't been keeping up with the changes as they came, but I know there's a lot of underwater stuff, as it should be for the aquatic update. And also a bunch more under-the-hood tweaks. Unfortunately, performance is a little right now, but again, 1.13.1 or 13.2 or wherever they end up leaving it at should fix that. It's in a decently stable place right now, and I'm happy they released it instead of holding off. Because a lot of players, such as myself, probably weren't playing snapshots or pre-releases, so this gets it to a wider audience, so more people are going to start reporting issues on the bug tracker than just those who play snapshots. which is great. So yeah, let's talk a little bit more about other series I'll be doing in relation to Minecraft. So, like I mentioned, CTMs or other Minecraft adventure maps sound like something cool. They tell a story or give you a set of objectives, which for a sandbox game is nice. Because, like Half-Life 2, for example, isn't a sandbox game, it's a first-person... I want to say first-person shooter, honestly, with puzzle elements, or, not puzzle elements. Some platforming, mostly shooting, or... It's a storytelling game, honestly. That's why everyone wants Half-Life 3. They want to continue the story, because Valve sort of left us at a bit of a cliffhanger. You know, technically Valve never said they wouldn't release Half-Life 3, but at this point everyone knows it's not happening. Maybe some independent developer will do it one day, or I'm sure dozens of attempts have been made. But I guess you'd have to get Valve to sign off on it anyways, otherwise it's not Half-Life 3, it's just independent developer's version of Half-Life 3, which is fine. For Portal 2, there's a mod called Portal Stories Mel. It's free to download if you have Portal. I recommend it if you like Portal, but wish the puzzles were a bit harder and more cruel. It's a lot of fun to play through. Maybe I'll do a playthrough of that, maybe not. And we'll talk about that in a little bit. It's nighttime, good. The caves will be more empty because mobs will be on the surface. And so far I've got tons of iron. Nope, E. Good. Like, 61 iron right there. So that's the rest of the stuff I want. I want gold, lapis, redstone, even some diamonds if possible. And I think we actually explored this entire section of the cave. There wasn't further down. No, there is. Okay, good. Looks like we found a nice cave. Very engaging gameplay. I kind of wish bats dropped something. They're so annoying to kill most of the time. I'm not liking this. It's gonna dead end. Like, this looked promising. We're down at 34, 32, whatever, so we'd start seeing gold, redstone, maybe some lapis, and then dead end. Kind of wish I could play with the beta cave generation, because those caves were nuts. There was a challenge map released, the 404 Challenge Extended, which the author made a cave system that was very similar to how beta caves generated, and it was a lot of fun to play through. They also added in some other challenges, and the point was to survive without lighting it up using torches or something? I don't know. It's actually been a while since I played. I think that was for Minecraft 1.10? Like, I hear monsters. Through there, I think. I see a cave, but this might be a part we've already been to. Or it might be something completely different. Hello. Down over here, I thought that just hooked up to the top. I didn't realize there was no floor. Cool, so the cave might still go on. That's good. So anyway, back to what I was talking about originally. I apologize if I'm a bit scatterbrained. I'm actually normally like that is the thing. Alright, we're gonna need more coal soon. By soon, I mean now. Water buckets. Oh, hey, creeper. No, you're gonna leave me alone now. Oh, the water. Water is causing lag. Alright, we took out the skeleton. I apologize for the slideshow. That spider died, which is great. Maybe we can get a bow going. There's a creeper around here somewhere I want to take care of. Yeah. Yeah. And the killing blow. Yeah. Alright, I'm not gonna kill every bat I find. I'll be here all day. So I do have a timer set for 30 minutes. I may or may not just cut out my audio and play it at like 2 times speed or 150% speed and just talk over it. It would probably help too, because then I'd sound a lot less scatterbrained and get more time in video to go caving. Because I'm probably going to do a lot of caving off camera. It's just this is the first caving episode, so we'll do it. Maybe... I don't know. How can I make caving videos interesting? Because most of the time, it's not super interesting. Again, another dead end. I'm really getting sick of this. Oh, what am I doing? I'm being dumb. Like, I think that's a proper dead end, too. Maybe this hooks up to... Maybe this hooks up to something, but I'm starting to doubt it. Yeah, between the slideshow and the constant dead ending. Doesn't look great. So, again, I got off topic, and I apologize for that. But other series I might do is mod packs. Modded is a lot of fun in this game, although it can certainly be quite challenging at times. Maybe I do like an expert mode mod pack. In fact, I really like the idea of that because it gives me something to work on. It's in a slightly more stable version of Minecraft. I can hopefully record it. Oh, hey. Yes! This looks promising. This looks very good. Here. I don't like destroying water source blocks in case I accidentally delete this one for my water bucket. We have some coal, so we can make more torches. Always bring wood to caving, if you're going to be caving for a while. Oh yes, abandoned mineshaft, that is excellent. It's down by like 32 as well, so plenty of gold. Because right now all we've seen is coal and iron, and there is more to this game than that. Here redstone is pretty laggy so far in this world, so that's not great because I want to have a blend of fashion and function and not destroying the world with lag. And it sounds like I won't be able to get a perfect balance of those three with this update, which is less than great. Nope, that's not the alarm, that's something else, but that's been taken care of. Lava, I don't like destroying source blocks for some reason. Alright, you know what? I'm really going to turn down the hostile creatures. They are very loud. So yeah, a modded Let's Play, a playthrough of maybe FTB Continuum or even Revelations, although Revelations is pretty meh. That might be something. I want to kill one more string so that I can... Oh, I gravelled myself. I should have realized I saw the particles. Oh, treasure chest. Usually good things in there. Yeah. And yeah, adventure maps are also a lot of fun because they give you objectives and stuff that you won't find in normal Minecraft. Take that. Take these. Some lapis, an enchanted book. I will take the beetroot seeds. Projectile protection 4, that's acceptable. It's not bad. Oh, I guess the lapis, huh? So I could actually get proper lost in this cave. Normally, like, in real life, I'm very good with directions. I always seem to know where I am and where I need to go and how to get there. In-game, I am so bad. Like, I get lost and turned around so easily in this game. Gonna need new iron pick soon. Is that stone pick iron still? No. Oh, that staircase did not exist. Hey. Yeah, I just sort of pick a direction and just walk and torch things up. So, I'll look at CTMs and mod packs to see which one I want to do, because I'll probably get one of those running in concurrently with my Minecraft series. I have 2 of those going. Random FTL videos whenever I get the itch to play, as probably evidenced by my regular wins on normal mode and my complete ship list. I've actually played a lot of FTL over the year or 2 that I've owned it. So it'll be inconsistent, but fun when those pop up. Also, my ISP is definitely limiting my bandwidth, probably because I paid for a really poor internet connection. Like, it's not great. 20 down, and I get like maybe 5 up at best. So, uploading long videos, especially hour-long FTLs, lets you water. That's usually not happening. Or if it happens, it takes forever to upload. And I realize for some people, they're like, wow, 20 megs down? What is this person doing? And for other people, they're like, wow, 20 megs down? Where can I get this? I don't know, internet's one of those things that I feel like it should be a common utility at this point. That should be considered one, as far as, I guess kind of is, isn't it? I don't know. I am in support of net neutrality, though, for all the good that did us. Still ticked about that. Like, pretty sure, what was the statistics? 83% of the people who voted on net neutrality were in support of keeping the net neutral, and they went against it anyway. So yeah, that's always fun to know that the government represents you. I mean, it's totally not like a bunch of Americans got upset that they felt like they were being like taxed without representation, the government wasn't being fair to them, and they certainly didn't cause like a revolution or anything. No, never happened. We certainly shouldn't be careful about that, Mr. Government people. I don't know what I'm saying. Alright, do I cook just 3 or do I do 8? I think I'm going to do 3, waste a bit of coal, it's fine. Coal is free. We are starting to run a little bit low on wood, which is great. Well, I mean, it's not great, but it's fine because we've got... We should really be eating this food first so that we have more inventory space. That's the biggest issue. Early game, there is... well, I gotta wait for this to cook. I was not prepared. So early game in Minecraft, there is... very little you can do in terms of storage on your person. Meanwhile, the total number of items you can get, especially early game, has skyrocketed in recent updates. So they added shulker boxes. That's great, but those are gated behind going to the end and beating the Ender Dragon, or getting like 10,000 blocks to pillar out with. And okay, fine. You know, such convenience in the form of inventory expansion is nice. And I can understand why you wouldn't want it to be available super early on. Shulker boxes are pretty powerful, especially when people make storage systems involving them. But, like, I haven't even touched any of the new content yet, and my inventory's almost full. And think about how many new items were added in the new update, and how many of them are easily obtainable early on. And that's a big issue with modded Minecraft. It very quickly can turn into inventory management simulator. Like, look up some of the earlier videos before they had, like, proper NEI, JEI integration with, like, craft tweaking and what have you. It was, the guy would be talking about how he was going to craft a thing. He'd open his inventory, go get some items, realize he didn't have enough, go to a chest, open the chest, and it's one of those big chests that has a bunch of things in it. That is floating gravel. I'm going to update that, so that I don't fall in if it updates randomly. I mean, it won't be random, but if it updates and I'm standing on it, that could be bad. Seriously, our inventory is almost full. So then they would realize that the chest doesn't have the right thing, so they'd have to go grab the thing that they need, put it in the machine, wait a couple minutes, cut, and it was horrible. And to be fair, it hasn't gotten any better, really. It's just gotten a little easier to deal with, because now you have NEI and JEI and setting yourself on fire. I would like diamonds, please, before I head back. Also, I don't know where I am anymore. I get so lost in this game. I thought that was a cave spider, and I was concerned. Although I shouldn't be. In recent updates, well, I say recent updates, but in 1.9 with the food regeneration mechanics, Cave spider spawners are not quite as bad as they used to be because it's very easy to regen health now. As long as you have food. And I've got plenty of food right now. Now if you run out of food, it gets so much worse, because now you need to have a bunch more food on you than you used to. I hear they added some new sounds for underwater stuff, so I'm curious to hear how that goes. I half want to start like an ocean world, a buffet world with only ocean stuff and experience it that way. But I also want to like experience it in its own due time. So, you know, first episode, second episode, getting started, mining. I try and leave the water streams around, I mentioned before, but I'll mention it again. See, I apologize if this is a boring video. It's, I don't know how to spruce up caving, really. I suppose there's realistic caving, but that's more resource-intensive than you'd think. Realistic caving is a challenge invented by Etho, I think, although maybe it came from somewhere else, where when you go caving, it's not the normal thing you do. You see, you gotta bring a bunch of wood with you, bring supports for the cave, so that basically try and cave as if it was realistic. So you can't just drop down a pit and use your water bucket to negate fall damage. No. You gotta build ladders and support structures to keep the cave from caving in on you. And you gotta bring minecart tracks with you. And you can only have so much, so you have to spend the iron as you get it in order to keep the thing going and see how far you go. It sounds like a lot of fun. I might do that one day, but that takes a ton of resources that I currently don't have, given how I've just started out. You know, I think I actually know of a CTM I wanted to do, but I never ended up doing. Like, I did it for a bit, and then I got bored with it. Maybe the challenge of doing it on video will be good. Like, will be enough. Let me explain. So, if I'm recording something, right, like Half-Life 2, although Half-Life 2 is the wrong example, because if anything, recording it is what made me slow down. And I don't feel it, but I still want to go through it, and I know that I might let people down because they're watching the series, waiting for the next episode. And that motivates me to keep playing or recording, even if at the time I might not want to do it. And that's good, I think. It's keeps me going, keeps me making videos. But in some cases that can be bad, because like in Half-Life 2, I wanted to keep recording. I genuinely was running low on space on my SSD, my hard drive, because I don't have a whole ton of it to spare anyways, and videos can be very big. So I would actually have to stop playing and wait for the thing to convert my OpenShot to edit the video so I could upload it, then delete it, and record another episode in its place. Which was good. It also allowed me to pace myself much more than I would have done, because of how much fun Half-Life 2 was, I would have beaten it in a day if I'd been allowed to. I was about to make him a path, too. Yeah, creepers have extended range, like they'll blow up farther away from you than they would on normal or easy. So, it can be frustrating on hard. But that's part of the challenge. So let's talk about challenge versus tedium, I guess. What do I consider challenging versus tedium? Challenging is where the game introduces new mechanics or weapons or tools or whatever that alter how you've been playing the game so far, in as much that now things you used to be able to do you can't do so much, or there's a counter for that. But usually they'll have some way of dealing with that. For example, let's pretend we're playing Half-Life 2, and we've gotten to that section where we're taking out those Striders before they get to the missile silo. Think Episode 9 of Half-Life 2 Episode 2. So, you know what? I'm going to try and save this in case this is all I have to make a mob spawner. Also, if there's another one around here, it can be pretty efficient. They're like the most annoying things because they can fit through a slab-sized hole in the ground or in the wall, which makes making good windows without dark glass or something to prevent mob spawning while you look in there. What am I saying? Cave spiders are one of the worst things to make mob farms with, but if you don't have anything better, it might be worthwhile. Lapis, good. This cave is great. So cave spiders, let's use them as an example, actually. So Minecraft, right? Cave spiders, when they were added to the game, people were probably like, oh no, Minecraft is ruined, because that's what everyone does every time there's an update. But they introduce a more challenging aspect to caving, while at the same time you get forewarned. You see the abandoned mineshaft, and you know, oh, there's cave spider. There could be cave spiders there. I better make sure I have enough food, or before the food being great update, buckets of milk. I used to keep like a bucket or two in my ender chest. We're back down here. Cool. I'm really hoping to find a couple diamonds, though. It would be nice to get obsidian early on. Get an enchanting table, that sort of thing. I want this redstone. What can I throw away? Oh, you. Yeah, I'm starting to fill up on inventory space. I should probably head up. How much is left in the episode? About another 5 minutes, enough time for us to get up. So, let me just quickly finish up my tedium versus, my argument for tedium versus challenge. So cave spiders present a new challenge, however there are methods to deal with them, and while this game doesn't specifically point you out, in Half-Life 2, Episode 2, they tell you, oh hey, the Striders can be taken down using the Magnuson devices. Oh hey, those hunters shoot down the Magnuson devices. So now they've implemented a new mechanic, but they've also given you a way to deal with it, and in some cases a new way that deals with the way you deal with it. It presents a challenge, but it's still manageable. The developers undoubtedly spent a lot of time trying to figure out how to balance that so that it would be fun while still being challenging. So tedium is where they're like, hey, you need to go kill this giant cave of cave spiders, except you don't have milk and you don't have hunger mechanics. Every time they bite you, you gotta go run away like I just did. Do I want to eat an apple? Sure. Let's get some regen going, plus the extra health. I'm treating it like a CTM. I could just wait. Like, if they didn't introduce the new mechanics to help you out, it could be very tedious. And everyone has different levels of what's tedious for them. Some people think that mining stone with a stone pickaxe takes too long. Other people are like, honestly, it should take longer. It's not challenging enough. And because of that, it can be very, very, very hard to balance your game right. And this is very present in modded Minecraft, where you have so many different mod developers who all think that their mod has the best form of balance, or they try to make their mod have the best form of balance. So what am I saying? Modded Minecraft gets unbalanced unless you have a pack developer who's really dedicated to it, really go into the configs and try and make everything work nicely together, where it doesn't create an imbalance issue. So I think regular vanilla Minecraft has decent balance. The progression system needs some working. I would love to see more stuff done with XP. It's used for enchanting now, and anvil usage. But Minecraft is kind of weird because it's a sandbox game. It's not meant to be a first-person shooter or a first-person adventure action game. No. At its core, it's a sandbox game. The survival stuff added after Minecraft was first published to the net. Like, don't get me wrong, survival is pretty much the core Minecraft experience, I feel. I feel like the most fun is to be found in survival, because there is definitely a sense of accomplishment in building a castle that you mined all the resources to get versus just creative mode. I don't know how to get out. I'm lost. Alright, let's just dig up. Which direction are we heading? South. That's the way we came. We might actually run into something we saw before. So yeah, those are my thoughts on tedium versus balance. Basically, it's very hard to balance your game, so just balance it for the audience you want to play it, as far as game balancing goes. And everyone has different ideas of tedium, so again, I don't know. There is a line to be drawn somewhere, but where do we draw it? I don't know. I'm not a game developer. I'm just a guy who's passionate about this kind of stuff. So anyway, those are my thoughts. I'm going to keep mining back up to the surface, but I think I'm going to end the episode here, so thank you all for watching. I'll see you again next time. Take care now. Bye-bye.